Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and I'm here with a Legacy Cube Draft. Haven't done a Cube Draft for a little while, so I'm actually kind of excited to get into this one. It's about to fire. If you aren't familiar with my channel, there's a link in the description. Go check out the channel. It's Snapbolt Games. YouTube.com/Snapbolt is the link. So go check it out. Lots of good content on there. Lots of modern, lots of popper, and there's various other formats. Some historic, some limited. So just something for everyone. Go check it out. If you want to support me, just subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support me. And we're gonna get right into this. And then I have one more announcement after we, decide on the first pick. Can I? Okay. Can I make this bigger? I'm kind of leaning towards Misty Rainforest here. I guess other good options. You could take like Mana Leak, Gristlebrand if you want to either be like Reanimator or cheat stuff into play deck, but the fetch lands are just so strong. I just like always take the fetch lands. I just like they just leave you open. You can play multiple colors. What does this card do again? When it mutates, destroy a non-creature permanent. Its controller makes it 3/3, and it's a 6/6 trample. Okay, this thing's actually pretty big, but yeah, I'm just gonna take Misty. But before we get to the next pack, the other announcement is I am going to start streaming on Twitch on Sunday, which is actually just a couple days from when this video comes out. So Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. There's a link to the to my Twitch channel as well. So come hang out on Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific Time if you are free. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be my first time streaming on Twitch. So come hang out there, and we'll see what we can do in this particular draft. Probably just taking Trop here. There's Miscalc, which is another good blue card to take. I mean, Thrag is fine. I like how they actually have all these old borders. Is kind of fun. I like the old borders a lot, so I like this style. DRC, not as strong in limited, probably. It's still maybe a fine card, but you actually have to work to Delirium. I don't even know how good it is. I mean, surveilling on every spell, I guess, is good, but yeah, I think this is a pretty easy Trop for me. Misty into Trop is a good start here. Whoa, this is like sketch. Okay, didn't want to take the wrong card. All right, we can keep taking. If we want to keep taking lands, we have to take Sun Petal Grove, which is like nowhere near a duel or a fetch. So, kind of interested in taking a Brazen Barber. I don't think Farseek is exactly what we want either. I'm not a big fan of Deranged Hermit. Um, Not really interested in taking Dakon after I have Misty Trop, but Brazen Barber is just like fine. I love blue green, so I like always end up in blue green. I don't even know what this card does. It's a 6 mana 6/6. When it ETBs, other creatures you control get +3/+3 and trample. So it's like a small crater hoof, excuse me. I think that's actually pretty good. There's also Rexage, which I'm not gonna take. This isn't Vintage Cube. I mean, I could just take Questing Beast as like the best card on rate. There's also Looter. I want to take like one of these blue or green cards. 6 mana 6/6 trample. Other creatures get +3/+3 and gain trample. How have I never seen this card? Game Night 2019. I have to have like a bunch of other creatures for it to be good, but that's not that hard in these colors. You can just like it's just a 6 mana 6/6 trample plus overrun. I'm just gonna try it just because I haven't tried it. It's a lot of mana, but I mean we're blue and green, and I think I'm gonna just try it here. Oh, always does. That's an interesting addition. Could just take Caracas. Could take Drowned Catacombs because we could end up like being Bug, or even just be blue black. I don't want to take a thing in the ice. I could take Genesis Wave, but that's going a little deep at this point. I think Caracas is just such a good card, even if you're not a white deck. I think this card is undervalued in general, and I think I'm gonna take it here. That's tough, though. That's tough. All right, Rift Sower is interesting, but I'm just gonna take Breeding Pool and just kind of try to cement ourselves into the blue green mana base. The fact that this is like a late Breeding Pool means either people aren't respecting the lands or they're not blue and green to my right. So yeah, I'm gonna take Breeding Pool. Why is it like not allowing me to like submit? I have to like God, it's so sketchy. I don't want to take. I feel like I'm going to take the wrong card at some point soon here. Okay. There's Stratus Dancer, Hornet Queen, Awakening Zone as cards in blue and green. There's also Mutavault, which seems pretty bad. think Awakening Zone is fine. Maybe we get back like a Genesis Wave or something. Let me see if I can take this without... Oh my god, sketchy. Wow, Forbid is... I thought Forbid like was in this cube and then left. Okay, this is a Monarch card, so it's got to be good. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you're the Monarch, instead, you may put a creature card, creature or land. So this, if they take the Monarch, they don't actually get to do this stuff. I mean, this card is a little situational in the fact that like you can't play it if they're gonna like immediately take the Monarch, but I think it's good enough. And I'm just gonna take the Demolisher over the Gilded Lotus here. We can mutate onto like our Eldrazi Scions or our Brazen Barber or anything, and this is just a big thing. I do like Thragtusk, but I also do like Hexdrinker, and green seems super open. Blue does not seem open, but green seems pretty open. I'm just gonna take Hexdrinker as the cheaper card. There was also a wasn't there also a Questing Beast, or is that the next pack? All right, I'm just gonna take Deranged Hermit. There's a chance we just end up like essentially mono green and we can splash blue like if we want to, but just gonna take the Hermit, take the Rex Sage. Even though it's not nearly as good as in Vintage Cube because people have the Moxes and stuff, I think Rex Sage is still like a reasonable main deck inclusion. Field of Ruin, I mean, All Is Dust seems pretty bad. I'm just gonna take the field. Like, why isn't it letting me like submit when I have a card selected? It's so weird. Don't care about Wrinkle. Okay. We do have Karakas. We have Misty Trop, Breeding Pool as mana fixing. So we could always be blue splash green, or we could still just be blue green with like be base green and just play some good blue cards if we happen to get them. So this is looking fine. Our cards aren't looking that good, to be honest. So I'm a little worried. And surprise, surprise, white 5-drops are open. Nobody wants to be white. But green, green did seem open, so. Blue did not seem open, so. We're definitely going to want to look to be base green with the cards we have. And there's a Primeval Titan. Just going to take that. There's also Preordain. Henge is also seems pretty strong. But it's kind of hard for us to enable Henge, and Primeval Titan just like does it all. We can get like Field of Ruin and Karakas right now. And just ramping. This card is just so good. Just going to take it here. Preordain, again, would be another good take, but I think I'm going to take Prime Time. All right. There's a Turn Timber Symbiosis, which is good because it's a land and a spell. There's also Serum Visions or Rattle. Why couldn't the Serum Visions be in the last pack we get past Preordain? Better. There's also an Urza. We don't have any artifacts, but we can just pay 5 to spin it. I'm kind of feeling like this Turn Timber Symbiosis is good because it's a land and it's a good top end, but I might just want the 2-drop ramp spell. It's just not very good, but it is a creature. I think it's kind of like on theme with what we're doing. All right, Cultivate or Master of the Wild Hunt, or 5 Fairy. There's also Treasure Map. Don't think it's Treasure Map over these other cards. There's also Negate. I think it's Cultivate, Master of the Wild Hunt, or Teferi, and Teferi is the most greedy by far. I think it's one of the green cards. Master of the Wild Hunt, like, might be better than just playing Cultivate. Like, we want a lot of creatures in this deck. I'm just going to take Master. Seems like a fine card to take there. Cradle and Ulamog. These cards are good. These cards are good. There's also Edric. I think I'm going to take Cradle. We have a lot of creatures already. We can prioritize more mana dorks after taking this Cradle. And, like, why can't I can barely select it? It's so weird. And then hopefully we wheel this Edric, because that'll be good in our deck too. Oh, yeah. Just take Cradle, immediately get past Noble Hierarch. Old Border, love to see it. Okay, take the Noble. There's Botanical Sanctum. I don't know if we need it. We could just take a Nissa. This is just a good card, and we're not really like even likely to splash. We might just be mono green at this point. I already have like plenty of sources to splash a blue card, and again, blue is not looking open at all. Anger of the Gods with this crap art. No thanks. Ooh, Ranger class? Yeah, let's go Ranger class. That's got to be good. It's got to be better than Tarn because again, we might just be mono green. So tried to take some lands to stay open. Ended up just probably being mono green. Ooh, Horizon Canopy actually does seem pretty good. It's a forest essentially that can sack to draw a card. It's Show and Tell is just crap, I think. Show and Tell is like 3 mana sorcery. You lose the game because they get to put something good in, and then they just get to kill you because they get to untap first. All right, Toski looks pretty perfect in our deck, honestly. All right, and we wheel the Turn Timber. Sign me up. There's also a path there, but let's just take Turn Timber. I don't think we're playing Field of Ruin in our mono green deck, most likely. But we do have Primeval Titan and Cradle now, so we have one way to find it. Nissa just gets a forest, right? Yeah, basic forest. Just take a relic for the sideboard over a factory. Yeah. Okay. This is looking fine. Again, I don't think we're playing this Brazen Borrower. There's the Edric. Nice. I think we are playing Edric, though. Could play this as just like a petty theft that sometimes we can cast. We have 3 blue sources right now. It's probably not worth. Let's just have it in the sideboard and we can remember that we have it. But I think we can splash. Maybe just Brazen Borrower is fine. We also have, we have Noble and Rattleclaw. So we have 5 blue sources. If we play 1 island, we have 6, and we can always just petty theft and then like eventually get double blue for this. Again, this deck is looking fine, not insane. I think I'm fine to play Den Protector actually in this deck. It's also a card that I don't love in general. It's a little bit clunky, but it's a good value card, and we could use that here. It's also a creature. I think not Sawdust Demolisher. I think Earthshaker Giant actually looks really good in this deck in particular. Hating in these drafts it just doesn't do anything because you likely don't even play against people from your draft. Sometimes in round 1, I guess it's more likely, but I am playing this. I am going to plan to play this Karakas. Can save our own Edric right now, can bounce their legends, and I think that's about it. I guess we can bounce our own Nissa, bounce Toski if we want to. Oh wow, there's such good cards here. I think I just take Treachery and play that. I think it's just like so much better than Corsair of Crucifix. We're probably gonna wheel Nykthos. This cube does seem to have like way more creatures than the vintage cube. I think Treachery is just one of the best cards. And yeah, Corsair is kind of like a little more on theme and more easily castable than Treachery, but the power level of this is just so high that I'm just gonna take it here, and we're gonna still just be blue-green. Again, we're gonna be base green, but gonna play some blue cards. All right. Whisperwood would be another good 5-drop. Tireless Tracker is really, really strong. I think I would take this if the Llanowar Elves wasn't here, but I think Elf is like the most important thing. It's almost like a Mox in this deck, so let's just take Elf if we can not misclick. And we should wheel probably one of those green cards, either the Tracker or the Whisperwood there, so it's looking fine. All right, another nice gift here. I'm gonna take Arbor Elf, Cryptologist. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield, I get to investigate. It's actually really good. But, I mean, we wield the Edric. I think we can wield the Cryptologist and probably will play it in this deck. Sower is also fine, and this art on Tarpit is just trash. Sorry, it's not good. But yeah, another 1-drop is exactly what we want. Oh man, Counterspell is such a good card. That's just too greedy. There's no way we can cast that reliably. I mean, Arcane Artisan doesn't really do that much in this deck. We're not really trying to put Eldrazi's in or anything. Guess I'll take Poly K. Might not even end up playing it though. It's kind of like a wasted pick almost. If like we got more blue sources, I'd play the counterspell potentially, but not even necessarily going to be able to. Wow, this pick's actually kind of tough. It's between Scavenging Ooze, Frost Titan, Battlesphere. Kind of want to just take Battle Ball. Does this hit any creature, right? Frost Titan is really strong, but the blue makes it more difficult to cast, especially off Cradle. Ooze is strong, but I like Battle Ball a lot, and I think it's castable in this deck, so let's take it. And there's a Hoof, that's huge. Allosaur Shepherd is an interesting one. I mean, if we can wheel that, I'll probably play it. None of our spells can be countered, but yeah, Hoof is just so huge in these decks. That makes our deck so much better. Green was open. I don't think we want Portent in our green-based green-blue deck, but Thrashing Brontodon I think is a fine take. Just 3 mana, 3/4 that can sack for something in a pinch. So maybe we play it, maybe we sideboard it. Wow, can we Birthing Pod here? Actually, can we? Usually you cannot, but we have like ones, twos, threes, fours, five, six, seven, eight. We have everything we need. I think I'm gonna Birthing Pod. It might not even be worth, but yeah, let's Nykthos here over Revoker. I'll play a Nykthos in this deck, sure. There's the Whisperwood. What was the other card? It was actually the better card. It was the 3-drop, the Ranger or whatever, the 3 mana 3/2 that investigates, makes clues. Yep, Whisperwood it is. It's another 5-drop that's also good with Pod. So this is 26 cards. We're gonna have to cut some cards. I think I can cut Barber. I don't think I want to cut Treachery. I don't think we need Rexage and Brontodon. And I think Rexage is the better option, especially with Birthing Pod in our deck. We can side Brontodon in if they have a lot of artifacts and enchantments. And now this is 16 lands, which is essentially, it's 15 lands, but one of them's a Turn Timber, which is probably enough. And I think I am playing Treachery and Edric. I think it's kind of free. Like, I can play 0 islands and still potentially cast them. Maybe Treachery's a little bit greedy, but I think the card is just so strong that it's probably worth it. All we need is like one of our blue lands and either of our blue producing mana dorks. Again, a little bit greedy, but we have 3 blue lands already. And we can still play mono forests. We can play 1 island, which just might be fine anyway. I think I'll start Sower in the sideboard, just being blue on 4. Definitely going to play Court of Bounty. If they just don't have a creature in play and you just play this on turn 3 or something, it's so rough for them. The Monarch is pretty dumb, as any of my Pauper players will know. And there's a Scavenging Ooze, love it. Okay, we're going to have to make some cuts here. This Den Protector might end up getting cut. Or Folk Looter with actually pretty sick art. Love that old style. Okay. Let's get these out of here for now. So this was 15 lands. So the potential, not Ranger class, that's for sure getting played. Den Protector, it's good as the game goes along. I just don't know if we need it at this point. I think I want to just play Birthing Pod for fun, even if it might not be right. It seems like it's good in this deck. We have like all creatures. Just cut a Den. I guess we can cut just Awakening Zone. It's kind of slow, but it's also good with Hoof and Demolisher. Or Hoof and Earthshaker Giant, that is. Yeah, our deck seems actually pretty strong now that we got the 1-drop ramp spells. This is just like the most awkward card, I think, just like the slowest. Deranged Hermit is good with like our Wraths, same with Whisperwood. We make so many tokens. I could also cut the Poly K over the Den Protector, but just side this in the grindy matchups. Okay. I am going to play the I'm going to play the Karakas as well. I think our mana's going to be fine. Our Treachery is going to be hard to cast, but that's about it. So just add 8 forests, or should I play 1 island? Seriously, it's making us play with M15 basics? What is that? It's trash. So this is 15 lands plus turn timber, 16 lands. I think that's a good number with 3 1-drop ramp like mana dorks. And how many blue sources do we actually have? We have 1, 2, 3. 3 in our lands, and then 4, 5 total. That's pretty weak for treachery. Should I play? How many green sources do I have? That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I'm just going to go low on the blue sources because it's really the only one card, and then have one more green source. All right, let's run it. I think this deck is actually pretty good. It just seems like a good mono green deck. The fact that we got the Craterhoof late made like all the difference. Like, I think one of the biggest differences between like the good mono green decks and the medium ones are like if you have Craterhoof or not. Like if you have to have like, you know, a different 8-drop like in that slot, the deck is much, much worse. And unfortunately, I think this hand is a mulligan. We have 1 land in Cradle and no 1-drop to go with it. So 6-drop, 8-drop, 6-drop in our hand. Just not going to work. All right, this one's fine. Don't like these basics that they are, quote, making me play with. Now, most spells we draw are just going to be gas from here. Is this the mirror? Okay, well, this is actually a good draw. So if I go play Arbor Elf, play Cradle, I have 1, 2, 3 mana, so still not enough to mutate. But I can mutate next turn, so let's just go attack for 1. Play Forest, play Arbor Elf. And then next turn I can mutate onto, I guess I have to mutate onto my Arbor Elf. They just ramping growth, mono green. Okay. I can kill one of their lands and give them a 3/3, or I can kill one of my lands and make a 3/3 and make 9 power. I think I just kill one of my own lands. I have plenty of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mutate here, because we can't mutate onto a human. Let's definitely go over. Then I think I destroy one of my own lands, make a 3/3. I can still untap a forest and attack for 7. Not a bad turn 3. Because Cradle also just makes more mana now that I made another 3/3 too. Don't have anything left, but they have a pretty massive board to deal with. They have Cradle, no creatures. The old Cradle plus Rampant Growth, huh? Okay, so just go. I guess play Forest, and they just concede. Yeah, I mean we have 10 power out. They're at 12. Nice. So it's the mono green mirror. I mean, I think we're already kind of built to be good in this matchup. I don't want Den Protector. I don't want Thrashing Brontodon necessarily. Don't want Relic. I guess Sower of Temptations got to be good here. Don't think Borrower is good, but Sower's got to be good against mono green. Poly-K is also pretty good. I could take out Rexage. I don't know if they're going to have targets. All they played was Rampant Growth, right? Front to back. Keep the Karakas in the deck. And yeah, we can keep this. We have a Forest, Arbor Elf, and this is another land, so this looks fine. They have the Dork here, okay, but so do we. Nice. Demolisher is solid. Drop Arbor Elf, go. Yeah, just Sower just seems fantastic in this matchup. Like, they probably don't have any removal. Rofellos, though. They have Rofellos. Okay, that's a problem. Probably just going to die to that. Earthshaker. Maybe we can just steal a win here. Just going to play this tapped. Turn Timber Serpentine Wood. Do I want to pay life? No. And then just play a Rattleclaw Mystic here. Could have cast it face down, I suppose. And then next turn I turn it face up. I have 3/4 mana. No, I mean, it's better just to cast it, I think. I don't need the blue mana. Oh god. 7 mana. Hornet Queen. That's going to be tough. I have 4 mana right now. If I draw exactly Cradle, I can just Primeval Titan or something. Not quite. So I can demolish her, kill one of my own lands, which doesn't seem good. I think I just want to Master of the Wild Hunt and then start making guys. I think that's my best option. I guess I just untap a forest. Then I need to draw a land. Creatures you control get +3/+3 and trample. I think this is how I win. So if I draw a land, I'm just casting Earthshaker Giant, or I'm casting Primeval Titan, and then try to go Earthshaker Giant for lethal. They just cast Henge with their Cradle mana. Geez. Now they're off to the races. This is going to be tough. Again, going to have to somehow just set up a lethal Earthshaker Giant or draw Cradle into Craterhoof or something. This is going to be lethal pretty quickly here, though. If they don't actually have a way to win, Worn Powerstone, they have 1 card in hand. Hopefully they just have land plus draw another land, and then I can win. They're going to be attacking in the air with most of their bugs, I think. They should hold 1 bug back, I think. Right, I feel like I have a chance to win with this. I need to draw a land. If I draw a land, I feel like I can just still kill them. The fact that they're not playing anything means their hand is probably just land. Let me just reread this. Tap all untap wolf creatures you control. Each wolf deals damage to its power to target creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power divided as its controller chooses among any number of wolves. So I can trade wolf for Rofellos, but they already have like infinite mana, so don't think that does anything. I can Ranger class plus ooze, and then if I draw land next turn, try to win with Overrun. Overrun. I guess that's my line. My wolf will be able to attack next turn. I can Master of the Wild Hunt down there. Llanowar Elf. I'm at 14, so I'm not really in danger of dying here. I think I just do this now, right? Oh, I have 2 wolves also because I made a wolf with Ranger class. Didn't think about that. So I don't want their creature deals damage divided among any number of wolves. So I don't want them to be able to kill a wolf. Even if I could kill Rofellos, I think it's better just to nab this. I should have probably just waited for them to attack, but still, I guess this is fine. Then let's just Scooze right now. Just why not? Not sure. Okay. Oh, I guess the problem is I'm probably not even gonna have lethal because I can only attack with these 4 creatures if I overrun. But the good news is I have 2 more turns. This is only 6 power, so I can like demolish my own ranger class, get 2 more bodies, or at least a bigger body, and make a 3/3. They just gain 2 life, pass. Yeah, I can't kill them yet, but maybe next turn. All right, there's a land. So I think actually I Primeval Titan because then I'll have more things to overrun with the following turn. I can also demolish, kill their henge, but I think I like just going Titan here. Oh, I can get Gaia's Cradle as well. Get Cradle, get Karak, or get Cradle, get Nykthos, or get Cradle, get Karakas. Cradle plus Karakas or Cradle plus Nykthos. I can bounce their Rofellos, or if they play a big legendary, I can bounce that too. think I'm gonna have all the mana that I want. Okay. That's the turn. I don't want to lose any wolves here because I want to be able to win with this. So, I mean, I think this is looking good. They can go to 26. They're just drawing land, so got kind of fortunate that they weren't able to chain creatures off this. But I think we win now, especially, yeah, they're going to want to attack. They should definitely leave at least one insect back. Okay, looks like we just got him here. I have so much mana now. Make another creature. So, let's see. Just see, this is 9 mana. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let's just, might as well go fetch. Go forest. Let's see. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter. I don't think that matters. Just deciding, like, I guess I just mutate this onto, like, Arbor Elf. Might as well. 9 mana. Cast with mutate here. And then cast giant. Over. And then what do I don't want to blow anything of theirs up. Because then they have an extra blocker. I guess I'm just blowing up Ranger class or even just land. I have to win right now, so whatever. Could have just blown up a force. I guess there was no reason to blow up Cradle, but style, right? Gotta win this turn or I don't win. I'm at 2, so. I'm just thinking if I can, like, I guess I can level this up and cast this still, so let's just do it. It only costs 2 to level up, right? Yeah. Pretty funny here. I think we got him. This is going to be a lot of damage. Overrun. Was really hoping to draw something other than lands. Yeah, GG's. They had the henge out and they just drew land, land, land. I didn't talk about that enough. Like, I should have been sweating every draw step. I just wasn't even really, like, thinking about it. They just drew land, land, land with the henge out. So, beat the mono green mirror there. See you in round 2. All right, round 2 of this Legacy Cube draft. Would you like to play first? Yes. We're keeping. I can just play out Turn Timber as the tap land on 1. This hand is slow, but I think it's a keep. We just need to draw one more land, and we can Nissa. We have Cradle. We can do stuff here. Albeit slowly. Oh, there's that Preordain we didn't get. It's not like we would have played it. We thought we were maybe going to be, closer to just base blue-green, but oh god, are we not going to be able to cast any spells? Pass. Maybe this hand just was a mulligan. Okay, never mind. We're just totally fine. Nissa, get a forest. F6. Skyclave Shade, huh? I'll just be taking 3 off that for a while. I don't really care. I'm just going to try to get up to this hoof as fast as I can. So gonna Master next turn. I can Cradle. I can also just Earthshaker pretty early. Turn 5 Earth, turn 4 Master. Oh god, they miss, but they see this hand. That is a hilarious duress. Thought they were going to say something in the chat. Did they? Oh, maybe they have a land. They're just attacking first because they should attack first because, well, they couldn't recast anyway. But okay, so now if I go play Rattleclaw, play Cradle, I still only have 3 mana. So I think I want to not expose Cradle. I think I'd rather just play Master of the Wild Hunt, attack for 2. And then next turn I can like go Cradle. I'll have 3 creatures out. I can just go Cradle, Earthshaker, or play Battle Ball into Hoof. Just depends. I'm not sure. Either option is going to be really good. I mean, this hand just is slow, but we have like so much power. Okay, take 3, just don't care. Looks like we're up against blue-black control. They're just cantripping and duressing, and they have like a Skyclave Shade that literally I'm just trying to ignore. They don't do anything. Okay, they're trying to leave up Counterspell here. There's a Nykthos. Doesn't actually add mana yet. I mean, if I play Rattleclaw, it does, so. Let's see. Cast Rattleclaw. I'll have 4 creatures out. Play Cradle. Then I'll have 7 mana. I don't think I need to play either of these yet, so why don't I just try to play Rattleclaw into Battle Ball? If this gets countered, then I have 3, 4, 5 mana. Wait, is this actually not enough? Because this is 4, 5, 6. Oh, I would have to go Rattleclaw into Earthshaker Giant. I could just cast Battle Ball. It's probably just better. I'm just gonna cast Battle Ball right now. I don't want to attack and then have them kill one of my creatures, and then I can't even cast Battle Ball. And if they want to counter this, then they can, and then I can just hoof them next turn and kill them. They just concede, yeah. They know about our hand, so kind of just did the thing. All right, we're up against control. Probably want Den Protector. Might not want like a Poly K because it just died to a removal spell. All right, let's jam. See you in game 2. I haven't lost a game yet. All right, opponent didn't take much time sideboarding. They probably just ran it back. It's fun playing cube. I kind of miss it. And oh, this hand is sick actually. Let's go. We can cast Pod on 2, although we'll probably choose not to. I can just play more creatures out on 2. Here's a Rex Sage, which may or may not be good. But yeah, this Pod is going to be pretty sick again in this matchup if we can resolve it. Feed the Swarm? I'm actually fine with that. Just go Rattleclaw. Next turn we'll have 4 mana, so we can Pod away Rattleclaw for, I don't know, any random 3-drop. Can also just play Scooze. I think I'd rather resolve Pod and Pod this turn, take 4. And then I get to get any 3-drop. Which 3-drop do I get? I should have had a screenshot of my deck. Whatever, let's just jam. Who cares? Okay, I can get Edric or Nissa. So next turn, I'm actually... What 4-drop can I get? I can get a Master of the Wild Hunt, which isn't bad. I can get a Toski. I mean, getting Nissa is not bad here. We did have to take 4 damage to do this. I mean, I guess getting Edric is kind of a big threat, but if they have a removal spell, I'd rather just have gotten a land, so... Just Nissa, get basic, pass. And if they play an artifact or enchantment, this is going to be great. We can slow down on the birthing potting and start actually paying mana for these, and we can gain a little life with Scooze. Oh, they have the 4-mana ninja that casts spells off our deck. That could just easily kill us here. They hit really good cards, but they have to cast them this turn. That was insane hits. All right, I think we lose this one. Jeez. Okay. Nothing we can do there. They have a 6/6 trample and they have drained. I guess they can't pay for this, so that's gonna die. I can Pod away, get Toski. I only have 4 mana. That's the problem. Me taking a bunch of damage. I have to chump this as well. I mean, I guess I can block it with Toski. So I think the line is play Scooze, Ottaway Nissa. If I get Master of the Wild Hunt, I still don't really have blocks on this. I can pot away. My only 5-drop was my only 5-drop creature was Deranged Hermit because I have a Treachery. So I can't really pot away a 4 anymore. I guess I'm just chumping this with Skoos. It seems so bad. I think I have to just get Toski. It's just a free block here, and it's indestructible. Because then I can go block a squirrel, block here, take 9, go to 2, and then maybe win somehow. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to, but they should just attack with everything, yeah. That was just a really, really good hit off Fallen Shinobi. That card can kill for sure. They even have a Nighthawk they can just recast. So I can gain 4 life with the Scavenging Ooze, make a big Skoos. But they have a bunch of power in the air now, and I have to attack with Toski. I think we just lose. I can Rec Sage the Baleful Strix, and then pot away the Rec Sage. That's all I can really do, right? I think we just die to this now. Whatever, let's just do this for fun. Looks like we are losing a game here. Nothing we can do. And then we're just dead. Okay. It was fun. It was fun. Thought we were going to crush that game, but that Shinobi hit was just too much. Could have just conceded on the spot, honestly. Let's run it back. I think this matchup seems like it should be good for us as long as we don't get hit by Shinobi. So just got to really watch out for that. This hand looks sweet. Just going to lead forests and then keep the Trop in hand. Turn 2, turn 3 play. No 1-drop accelerant, but can't always have it when you only have 4 copies. Okay, pass. They Inquisition us. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if they take Awakening Zone, actually. It's kind of annoying in this matchup, especially when we have so many overrun effects. They take the Scavenging Ooze, but Ranger class, that is exactly the card we wanted to see. That's kind of a disgusting draw, considering the matchup as well. And we get to just make this a 3/3 attacking next turn if they don't kill it. I guess we're just probably playing Awakening Zone rather than leveling up, though. It's just attack. I think it's better to play Awakening Zone compared to level up. Then I can also cast Toski next turn, even if I don't draw land. Awakening Zone is slow, but it is pretty powerful, actually. If I draw land, I could maybe just play Hermit. It's always yes, always yield for now. I can always turn that off. I think I want to just Toski and then save my spawns. This can't be countered as well, which is kind of nice. Feeling good about this game for sure. They need like a Wrath effect that does like -1/-1 to really be able to hang here. And soon I can just start leveling up this Ranger class as well, and then casting creatures off the top of the deck if I want to go down that route. They cycle NATO for 1, sure. I guess they can Shinobi me here. Okay. We have to have them not have such incredible hits that they had last time. If they have the land, which they had, into Shinobi, into good hits. Okay, do they have it? They do have it. Okay. And they hit Crater Hoof, but they have to cast it this turn, so it's just a 5/5. They just play that face up. Okay, that's beatable. That is beatable. Toski has to attack. I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. If I sack both spawns, I can play Battle Ball. I can level the Ranger class once and play Deranged Hermit. I think I like that. Because if I level this, I can start growing the Toski as I'm attacking, which is something. I also have to sack my spawns in order to do all this. I could just cast a Range Hermit, keep the spawns around. That way if I draw the overrun creature, that's going to be pretty good. No, leveling up Ranger class has got to be solid here. Just attack with just Toski, put a counter on it, then just cast Deranged Hermit. Okay. We can just chump anything with the Deranged Hermit this turn. Otherwise, we can choose to pay next turn. If they have like a -2/-2 type of Wrath effect, and they can get another hit with this, that'll be brutal. But the Toski gets pumped by the Deranged Hermit. That's hilarious. They play Island. Man. Sword of Pro Green and White. Okay, well, at least I have Battle Ball to stop this still. And they can't equip this turn, so still might be fine. I can potentially draw a bunch of cards next turn. And I can always block this with Eldrazi spawns, so this actually might not be enough. I think I have to let the Deranged Hermit go. I need to do other stuff, I think. And I could just pay. It's pretty close. So if I just pay, I have all these 2/2s. What if I attacked with everything? They go eat 2 things, trade with a squirrel. I get to draw 3 cards. Could even attack with the Range Hermit, draw 4. I'm just not going to pay. I can just cast a Battle Ball instead, which just seems so good. Llanowar Elf. So I do have to keep attacking with the Toski. Let's just go pay, Battle Ball. They have a way to like counter this. Sure. Next turn I can potentially attack with everything and draw a bunch of cards. Okay, put another counter on Toski. The fact that Hoof is not in our deck anymore is also kind of annoying for us. Soon we can level this up and then start casting creatures off the top of our library. Or we can just attack with everything or most things and then draw a bunch of cards off Toski, which is probably a good option. Pro Green and White, sure. I need to leave back at least like 2 colorless tokens, maybe just 1 because I can make an Awakening Zone token. There's Nighthawk, so this can blink their creatures after damage. Then put both cards onto the battlefield. There's Turntimber Symbiosis. So if I just cast this and hit the overrun, I win. Yeah, go. Is it in the top 6 or top 7? It is not. So if I Nissa, it becomes a 5/5. If I just Master of Wild Hunt, I just put that into play. I guess I just get a 5/5 Nissa. Get a Forest. And then do I flip the Nissa here actually? Then make a 4/4 or just start plussing? They're going to be able to attack with this. And I don't have any blockers for that yet. So I will have to flip her. But I can also just plus. Then they have to attack Nissa. Otherwise I threaten to draw another card with her. Or I can just make a 4/4. let's just flip her. I also think I don't know if I want to attack with everything. I have to throw away a bunch of stuff. So let's say if I attack with everything except one token, I'm at 12. I'm going to have a Llanowar Elf, a Mirror, and an Eldrazi. Oh no, I use this, and a 4/4 blocker. I'll have 3 blockers back. I should probably just not attack with 2 mirrors. No, I'm going to just attack with everything except 1 mirror. So I'll still have 3 creatures back here. I'll put a counter on Battle Ball so they don't have a good block here, I guess. I guess they have a death touch creature. Just put it on Toski, whatever. I don't want to use this ability. I want to draw cards. I'm just trying to draw into the overrun. And then I have to go minus, play Llanowar Elf. Gonna get to draw like 5 or 6 cards here. They'll probably block Scavenger on the Battle Ball. Oh, they block there? Oh no, they don't want to lose their Scavenger. Okay, that actually makes sense. So I should have put the counter here. That was a mistake. They're going to actually block here? Interesting. So going to get to draw 6 cards here. Throw away a couple creatures. Then just try to win next turn. Always yield. Oh, there's a Cradle. So playing the land was absolutely terrible. But it is what it is. It's where we're at now. It's minus. And then just play an Arbor Elf. Okay. So we're going to have like tons of mana next turn. They actually traded their Scavenger off, which is interesting. They him us. They get rid of the Cradle. Oh, brutal. Playing that land pre-combat might have just cost us. I mean, we still might be fine. They don't really have attacks that are that great. And if they don't have anything left, we can just draw like a bunch more cards and then eventually find the overrun. They don't have that many creatures left, so... Can also plus the Nissa. Again, I have a good blocker here. I'm making an Eldrazi spawn. Looter. Okay, well they can equip sword there, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter. I can't actually Edric because I don't want to draw and mill and get milled. So I probably have to I'm just gonna Rexage the sword. I think we're still pretty favored here. We should be fine, even though I didn't play super tight. Plus, it was Karakas. Okay. Don't want to bounce the Toski. Let's just go... I do want to draw cards, I think. Let's go play Rexage, kill the sword. Then attack with pretty much everything. Use the ability, yes. Gonna leave back at least a mirror. I have 5 mana. Should I leave back double mirror? No, I want to draw cards. Okay. Put a counter on Toski so they have to like lose one of their creatures if they want to block it. Sure. Just good to put counters on the indestructible thing, I think. They're going to need something pretty good to get out of this at this point. I think they needed to try to save their Nighthawk. They just eat a couple creatures. They can't block with Looter because that can only block creatures with Shadow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, we didn't have lethal. Draw a million cards, and there's the Earthshaker Giant. So now we just run out a bunch of creatures. I guess I just play this face down. Oh wait, I haven't played a land yet, so I can nick those, play a bunch of stuff. Not playing like as tight as I could, but it's fine. I guess I could have just played Whisperwood Elemental as well. That probably would have been better to play around random Wrath, but still should be fine here. Then I guess I'll just level. Okay. We do need to resolve Earthshaker John. I could always Karakas my Tothki to not mill out. So still going to be fine. They're down to, oh, they're also at 3, so I don't even need to do that. Again, didn't play optimally, but honestly, I was just making actions. Should be fine here. Didn't want to F6, so they can loot. Can't stop that. They can like play a Masker Worm or something and kill us. Sure. They're saying GG's. GG's. What if they said GG's and then they cast Masker Worm? They say GG's and then they're gonna tank Masker Worm. They concede. Okay, they don't have it. They didn't BM us like that. 2-0, going to the finals. Let's jam. Finish up this cube draft. Sure. Nissa into Toski seems like a fine draw. Just keep this Turn Timber. We might end up casting it this game. They mulligan to 5. I'll say GLHF. I don't mean to. I'm not trying to be BM like the fact that they mulliganed. I'm just literally forgot to say it. So hopefully they don't take it that way. Pandemonious. Island, no cantrip. And there's an Earthshaker Giant. Perfect. And on a mulligan to 5, it's going to be tough, but they can certainly do it. Jace is a good start. Cradle is a good draw, though. Oh, I could have just bounced the Jace. Still think just playing out our stuff is probably better still. Maybe not. Maybe just bouncing the Jace would have been the correct play. Because now they get to loot. That's annoying, actually. I also want a Toski next turn. Alright, they crack Clue first before looting. Interesting. Now there's no real reason to Toski this turn. But there is a reason to Master the Wild Hand. I can just kill this. Let's just go... Do I expose the Cradle so I can play the Karakas next turn? I think I have to. I think it's just worth. Master, pass the turn. This way I start making 2/2s. I guess that it's possible they flip this if they go like fetch land, spell, loot again. Fetch land 3 cards, spell 4 cards, loot again, flip. So it's possible. If I attacked, they definitely would have blocked with Crab. Actually, kind of like this art. They have a champion in the graveyard. They have removal. Gotta close this curtain, getting blasted by sun. They loot, they discard a Stratus Dancer. They're obviously looking for something. Then they play a Spellseeker, get a Bolt the Master. Get a Fire Prophecy. 2 mana removal spell. Okay, now we just have so much mana though. 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I can Karakas bounce the Jace so they don't get to flip it. Because otherwise they get to go Fire Prophecy, loot with Jace, flip, cast Fire Prophecy again. And that's just... I don't want that to happen. And I mean, I can Earthshaker this turn, or I can just Toski this turn, Earthshaker next turn. I think I'd rather Earthshaker next turn. Let's just go Toski, attack with both of our creatures. I guess I can just tap Master of the Wild Hunt, kill Jace. I think that's just better, right? Well, if I attack with both, they just get a free block here, and they can chump here. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to kill this. Yeah, that was just solid, I think. Then just Karakas, go. I didn't take, again, the optimal line there. I think our deck is actually really good, and I'm playing mediocre, but that's a generally good enough combination here. So now they can just Fire Prophecy our master. Sure. And then I have the choice to either Turn Timber or just Earthshaker down. I'm probably just going to do this and just draw some cards. Seems really good. Overrun plus 6/6. They need a counter spell. Toski is just so good. There's a Scavenging Ooze. That's also a good card. All right, let's just go. Let's see. 3, 6, 7, 8 mana. I think I want a Scavenging Ooze first. So let's just go. Actually, play Trop. Play Scavenging Ooze. Then add 4. I think I would rather leave up Karakas actually, rather than green mana for Skoos. So let's just Earthshaker Giant here. Just overrun. Actually have, now I recognize the wolves in the start, so I actually have seen it before, but I just forgot about it kind of. Alright. Get to draw 3 cards here. Hit for 1,000,000 damage. Nice. Alright, looks good. They're at 5. We have a huge board. I can just turn Timber Symbiosis next turn or cast Battle Wall. They have 3 cards in hand. Even if they just wrapped our entire board, we'd still be fine. And it's tough to kill this through Karakas, and the Toski is indestructible, so you're going to need something pretty good. Okay, they just concede. Nice. Going for the trophy here. Get a little bit of value. I think we saw Jace, which Relic is good against, but they probably have more stuff. I feel like I'm down for both of these, but maybe I just don't want a sideboard. Maybe Birthing Pod's just not good, but I think I want it. I don't know if Treachery is going to be good, but I also think they're going to have creatures. Could even go to essentially 15 lands on the draw, because they're going to have like a lot of removal spells too. I don't know. I don't need the Relic. I have the Skoos. And then do I want Den Protector over like anything? Should I just not have it? Just run the same deck? Just get Rex Sage out of there. From blue-red, I'm not necessarily going to need Direct Sage here. Maybe I will, but this hand is solid. I'm going to keep. I think I like the minimal sideboard plan. Hard Evidence. It's a card I've been wanting to try and popper, but the meta just seems too degen for it. I wanted to try this card in conjunction with the green, the 1 green, 1/2, where you sack a token to give it +2/+2, because this is 1 blue, make 2 tokens, which is kind of interesting. All right, now I could play Noble. I think I could also just play Den Protector face down, and then even play Court of Bounty. Yeah, let's just do this. And they just crack Clue, sure. If they don't play like a creature that can attack, and I just resolve Court of Bounty, that's just so brutal for them. Like it did take the Monarch. They can't take it back. They do play a 1/1, but they'd have to remove both creatures. I could just Toski. If I Court of Bounty, I only have one blocker, so that's actually a little too risky for me. I don't want to do that. So I guess I'm just going Trop Toski. Pass the turn. Next turn I can just Whisperwood, which should be pretty good in this matchup. What did they even get? I didn't even look. Oh, just a Fire Prophecy? Sure. Hanger back. Okay, that's fine. Treachery. Can't cast it yet. But I can cast Court of Bounty. Otherwise I can put a creature or a land. I mean, what are the chances that they can remove 3 blockers and then take the Monarch from me? I feel like pretty low. Oh no, Toski has to attack. So I only have 2 blockers and they'll have potentially 2 attackers. I don't like it actually. Just gonna play Whisperwood Elemental. Is there a way for me to nick those? No. Okay. Yep, let's just stick to this plan. I mean, this card's gonna be really good in this matchup too. And I have to attack with just Toski. Could attack with Den Protector too and trade for this. This getting bigger is kind of annoying. They kind of, I guess they have a free block here. Yeah, I'll just attack with Toski because it has to attack. Yep. And then end step, we make a morph, and it is a forest. Okay. So if we draw another, I guess we have a noble to be able to cast this treachery, so opposition. Okay, that's a problem. They can tap 3 of our lands or a bunch of our creatures. Looks like we're not going to be Court of Bountying this game. But still looking okay. I mean, they still have this Fire Prophecy, but might just be fine. Like, they don't have enough creatures necessarily to really tap us down. They tap Trop, sure. But now I can attack with I can just attack with maybe everything. And then they could block Morph or Manifest and grow the Hangerback Walker. But then I get to draw 4 cards. I like it. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with everything. Sure. They only have 1 blocker here, so... Wow, they just block there? Why? Oh, they want to make a bunch of creatures. Ooh, that might have been a mistake, because now they can opposition tap a lot more stuff. I mean, I still get to draw 4 here. So I can even get out of this, potentially. Now they're tapping lands during combat. Okay, this is annoying. Maybe this was a mistake. I could have attacked with everything except this, but I mean, I'm also still making a bunch of creatures every turn. Okay. Now let's just go Noble. Pass. Still drew a ton of cards. Make another Morph or a Manifest, and it's a Rattleclaw. Oh, I can actually turn this face up and then get 3 mana. That's hilarious. So they're probably just going to have to pass. I mean, getting the hanger back off the table is also not that bad. Shahili. Okay, that makes 1/1s, which is insane with opposition. When they Fire Prophecy, make a 1/1. Yeah, we're in trouble. Might not really be able to cast spells. Fire Prophecy, the Noble. They're trying to keep us off blue mana. So they are playing smart in that sense. I can turn these face up for some value if they want to tap our Nykthos. They're gonna tap a bunch of stuff here. I guess we can find oh no, we sided out our enchantment destruction. That's funny. Let's add mana. Let's add mana. Yep. I can turn this more face up. What are they tapping? They're tapping the Llanowar. They used a lot of their creatures to be able to do that. So now I can Dam Protector, return Noble. Seems good. Oh, it's only Megamorph for 2. Okay. And then let's go to my draw step. I don't think I want to morph anything else. I mean, I could turn this face up, but I can also just Nissa here. Yeah, let's just not. Oh, it's morph 2, so okay. So I can add Rug colors, play Nissa, and play Noble, or play Hexdrinker. Either one is good. Let's just. Do I just go to combat, attack everything at either them or Shahili? Could just ignore this, and I mean, they're gonna have to be doing some blocking here. Let's just go to combat and attack them with everything. Can draw more cards off this Toski. See what we find. Oh, they're tapping stuff. Okay. I guess it makes sense. Yep. So I get to draw 3 cards if I want to. Which, yeah, I want to. Or I'm just going to kill Shahili now. I don't need to draw more cards, and killing that stops them from making more Suros. Okay. Take that out, and then turn this face up. Make 3 mana for its mana cost. And when this creature is turned face up, let me reread it. When it's turned face up, yeah, so I can do it for 2 mana. Oh, wait, its morph cost is just blue. It's the same. Okay, add 3 mana. And then play Nissa. Get a forest. Go to 6 lands. Play a Noble. Might just be able to beat opposition, which is a feat that doesn't happen all the time. And we hit a turn Timber Symbiosis on the manifest. Sure. They've played this. I think they're kind of done here. They just can't tap down our board and our lands. Zealous Conscripts. Okay, let's see what they take. If they take this, I just sack it. Yeah. Otherwise, they get to sack it. All right, so they don't attack. They're just going to tap everything down. Again, I'm not sure they can tap enough stuff, though. Just add mana. They should let these triggers resolve, I think, before doing stuff. They're trying to tap down like all of our blue sources. Okay, they can't really block that one profitably. Opposition just takes so long. I'm just adding mana because I don't want to like show them that I don't necessarily have anything, so. Okay, let's just go to the draw step. Protection from everything. So that is protection from opposition, so probably just going to play this and start leveling it up. Ooh, never mind. Just going to kill the opposition. So I put this on the Toski. It's indestructible, 6/6 trample with all the Toski abilities. Let's go. Oh, I can flip the Nissa. Sure. Mutate onto Toski. I can't break that up with a bolt or anything. Kill opposition, and then that should just be game. They get to tap it, sure, but I still get to kill the opposition. over, kill this, you get a 3/3. I guess they could like Splinter Twin combo us, but so be it. And then let's just go fetch. I'll fetch Shock, why not? I don't think I can die. Play Hex Drinker, make a 4/4. Pass the turn. So they have to like win right now, basically. They play Island. They have 2 cards in hand. They have to basically like Kiki Jiki Zealous Conscript us, I think, to win. Do they have it? It's a morph. What morph is that? Oh, it's the Stratus Dancer. Okay. All right, let's go plus. It's a Poly K. You love to see it. I can just like Poly K down their entire team. I think that's what I'm going to try to do rather than leveling this up. So let's just go land. Let's make green mana. 7 mana, cast Poly K. And then I'm just going to dump everything into it. 8 mana, let's just go 9 mana, sure. I get to just only deal 4 damage, but take out a bunch of blockers. I guess I can take out the Zealous Conscript so I don't get comboed. That's probably better. Into the Royal. Okay. Well, I could still lose. And let's go to combat. Attack with this only. It's indestructible, 6/6 trample that draws a card. This they can trade Beast or Zealous Conscript for. So yeah, if they draw Kiki, we die. Okay. Just attack with just that. Could have attacked with the 4/4 too, but they have a bunch of blockers. Should they have? Oh no, could they have killed the Nissa? Why didn't they just attack it? Not sure. All right. Can the opponent just please not have Kiki? Treachery, the Hex Drinker. Okay. I can just Treachery that back. Or do they have 8 mana? They have 7 mana. Okay. So if they level it up to a bunch, if they tap all their mana leveling this, I get to just Treachery it back and then level up. I can also just Treachery their Zealous Conscripts because I can beat this. Yeah, they're just tapping out. They might have a counterspell or some type of interaction if they're not leveling up fully. And then they cast Jace. Okay. Jace is kind of annoying, but I can just make so much mana with Treachery plus Nykthos. So let's do it. Let's add green mana and then go Treachery. Do I take the Zealous Conscripts or do I even just... I guess I don't need to take the Jace because I'm going to Poly K down everything. So let's just Treachery this. Wait, cast Treachery, target this. They have 0 cards now. Oh, I need to tap... Oh no, I don't need to tap another land. Okay. Get to untap all my lands though. Cast Treachery, make 3 mana. Pretty nice. Untap 5 lands. The old Hex Drinker with the double Treachery on it. Play a land. Nykthos. Just Nykthos, or just Poly K away their entire board. That's 14, 15 mana. I can just make sure to kill the Jace and the Zealous Conscripts. Jace, Zealous Conscripts, Flyer, Flyer. Okay. And then suppose attack with these. Sure. Oh, I can still plus Nissa. Don't want to lose out on that value. We draw a card. They're at 1. I guess we could have attacked with more stuff. And there's the overrun. I guess we could have just looked for that with Nissa first and then killed them. But I think we're safe. I think we're safe. And they concede. Nice. Got a little bit of value. Got the trophy. Got some QPs, some play points, and 1 chest. The good value, but mostly just the fun from the Legacy Cube draft. Thank you so much for watching. Channel is youtube.com/Napple. Again, come hang out on Twitch. There's going to be a link to my Twitch. It's going to be, the first stream is going to be on Sunday, September 5th, 10 a.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. Probably going to be playing some Pauper. I don't know when this cube draft is up. It closes in 9 days. Yeah, so maybe we'll do a cube draft or 2 as well. That'll be fun. It's kind of fun to cube with other people as well. So hope to see you there. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Peace.